If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
And before I go, I just want to talk about the weekend. You're new to the league. You've only been eliminated, once, and I guess you've had bowl wins. Did you ever lose a bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, you lost bowls. Well, it's different losing some candy-ass toilet bowl or something. This is National Football League. You know what I mean? Rose Bowl. Who cares about the Rose Bowl, I mean, seriously, for me, you're either going to win the national championship or not.
This is Super Bowl.
Right. This is big boys here.
This world-class stuff.
I've been on bus rides back from Pittsburgh, plane rides back from Indy, long walks home from M&T after being eliminated by the Titans and being eliminated by the Colts. Where else I've taken? Where else we've been eliminated? Well, just Pittsburgh.
The Mayflower trucks.
Dude, that's next week's show. All right, is that next week's show, everybody? Indianapolis. I'll focus on them later. All right.
I don't use Mayflower trucks.
That's all right, dog. I mean, we're all right. It's all good. I mean, what year were you born?
87.
Yeah, I mean, Christ, team was going 3 years before you even came onto the planet. What do you know about this? I saw my father cry that morning.
I thought it was wrong. When I heard that, I was like, how dare you?
Go out there and win a trophy and get even with those people.
Hey, that's what we got to do.
So that's next week. But I just want to talk to you about how losing feels when you lose. Can you put yourself back into the mind frame? Because I was in that locker room with you last year in Pittsburgh. I took the 4.5, 5 hour ride home with 5 busloads of people who were in various states of inebriation. Thankfully, to my pep rally that went on before that. We'll have a party Saturday night this year. But just that feeling of emptiness that you come so damn close. And the guys I feel for the most are Ray Lewis and Ed Reed. And Matt Burke walked into a coffee shop, and I happened to be in there last week, and I said, "How you doing, Matt?" He's like, "It's getting near the end, man. It's getting near the end." And, I mean, for these guys, it really is the end. I mean, I saw Ed Reed up there yesterday, and I thought, he might not play another game here. And I hope he doesn't if we win a championship and that's the terms that he chooses to go out on. Yeah. But that feeling of losing is so awful for us, and it's 100 times worse for you guys. But does it enter your mind as to how that felt last year to avoid that feeling as opposed to the confetti flying, which is the other side of that?
Well, my experience of losing last year, it really sucks. To know that all the work you put in the offseason, all the work you put in behind the scenes, this was crushed in 1 minute.
Everything you do, right?
Yeah.
Every single act you make for 364 and a half days comes down to 3 hours this week and then 3 hours 2 weeks from now. Most people in life don't have that experience, right? Pass, fail, maybe, I don't want to compare it to a death in the family, but something that's final, it's over, the season's over, my job's over, maybe getting fired. I'm just thinking about the awful things and the feeling that you feel. Football's so final in that way,
It's kind of like all your hard work went down the drain.
And you got to start all over again.
Start all over from that moment. You got to find out what you did wrong and take it to the off season, and that kind of sucks because you work so hard. And I think every team goes through that. But the Super Bowl champs. I mean, there's no second place winner. If you don't win the Super Bowl, it's like you might as well not been in the playoffs.
It's almost like the teams that go like 4-12 kind of get off the hook because they don't ever have that moment where you got to walk off the field. I mean, I like the Packers yesterday. I mean, I'm sitting there, poor people with the cheese on their heads. It's 10 degrees. They all came ready. They've all got their hotels in Indianapolis that we'll be using 2 weeks from now, by the way. And I've been on the phone with Indianapolis all day today with hotels. By the way, everyone's going to get sticker shocked when you find out that Super Bowl tickets are $2,500, and that's really what they're going to be because the Giants and 49er fans are going to keep them up. You're going to get really shocked when you call out to the Bates Inn, and I mean the Bates Inn. I'm talking like Red Roof Super 8, and the rooms are $599 a night with a 4-night minimum. You're going to find out. But for now, be happy. We're all going to Indy. I'll have purple beer there waiting for you. But I need 60 minutes.
I'm not giving out any tickets. I need 60
minutes in Foxborough. Can you give me that?
I can definitely give you that.
You think Ray Lewis will give motivation? Let my ass into the Westin on Saturday night.
I'm not giving away any tickets on Twitter.
I have flown on airplanes to Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, freaking Dallas, and there's no place on earth I hate more than Dallas. I mean, I hate Dallas. I hate Indy. I hate Dallas. And I've been on Dallas. Screw Dallas. I'm done with Dallas. That's your problem. You left. If it's so good, go back. Can I hear it from Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh. Anybody here like Pittsburgh? You like it? Go back. Go back. Baltimore, this is the land of pleasant living is where you are, right? Remember that. So I have set up Super Bowl parties on the beach at Whiskey Joe's in Tampa for 5,000 people. And then that Palomalu pick, and I'm sitting amongst these cockroaches in the upper deck, and the upper deck shaking. Last year, I walked out of the press box in my Michelin Man. I went to give my wife a kiss and give my son a hug. And I walked down the club level at halftime, and we're up 21-3 or whatever the hell it was. Jerome Bettis saw me and literally hugged me and said, "You finally got us." He said this to me at halftime. He said this to me and my wife, and at the end of the game, I'm in the locker room, and we lost again. Can't happen this year, Dickson.
Nope.
Can't happen.
It won't happen. I'm not even thinking about it. So,
Won't
I mean,
happen.
Drew wrote a blog tonight about the certainty of walking through the streets of Indianapolis as champions. I want to keep that focus for you because you've already made a Mayflower joke. Which is as off-color to me as Goofball Clark was with his first comment about you dropping the ball. Really, he was saying that about...
You were talking about heartaches, and I feel like I was here. And,
Right.
And what more can we do than win the championship in Indy?
And walk through Maryland. There's a downtown street called Maryland Avenue. I want to create... Remember Hands Across America? I want to do purple hands across Indianapolis after the game. So we got all sorts of fun planned. And all we need to do, if you win, I promise you the biggest purple party in Indianapolis
one of those?
you've ever seen in
When
your
we win?
life.
When we win? I don't want to hear the answer
not
stuff.
if.
When we win.
That's a quarter fine, isn't it?
When we win.
I owe living classrooms 20. I made a rule. If I said if, it's 25 cents.
Should be $1.
So it should be. It's $1 now. Up the stage, it's $1. All right. So
$100.
all I want to say is we're with you 1,000,000%. And the last thing I'll say is this in closing for you, because I want you to hear this stuff. I sat in a press box in the fourth quarter yesterday. I've been sitting in press boxes 27 years. I've been sitting in our press box for 16 years. And I know Harbaugh's a little funky about it's us against the world, and Flacco and Suggs, us against the world when they get up to the podium. Dude, there's so many more people who love you in the media than you realize. People were cheering in the press box. Like when something went wrong in the fourth quarter, like the ball popped out, and everyone in the Baltimore media contingent reacted like the crowd. They all went, oh. It was like this collective... So trust me, they may be at the locker and you think we're the enemy. Dude, the enemy's Tom freaking Brady, all right? And the enemy's Bill Belichick. We're all in this together, all right?
I feel you.
There's nobody here that doesn't want us going to Indianapolis. So we want to wish you luck, and thank you for winning yesterday, and thank you for all you mean to the community. Really appreciate it, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I mean that. And you all know I mean that. So give it hell in New England, all right? Give it up for Ed Dickson. Ed Dickson 84 on Twitter. Follow him. He's giving away tickets. Back to WNST programming. We're out of here from High Tops after this.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.